Good morning everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So green continues, so we did get another green bar, open on its low, close on its high. Didn't really feel like that during the trading session, but that is pretty much what transpired. What we do need to pay attention to now is the structure that has formed on the daily, and that is a fairly bullish channel. So let's just get down to the lower time frame so we can see what's transpiring. Remember, we are now in all-time high territory at the moment, so it's sort of there's no real structure to the left apart from when we start breaking through areas. So at the moment, I think I want to leave that level in. Let's just bring new level in. So this was the previous high of 14,485. We gapped down below it and moved to the upside. What's happening at the moment is we have had a very strong move up, and then very typical of the DAX. It's going to be messy. I'll move some of the noise shortly. But you can see we've had a strong move up this week and then into a channel. So solid strong move and into channel. That is a pretty common pattern. This channel can continue forever. But when this channel breaks, it's basically a wedge or a consolidation type pattern, and then we typically have a pullback onto structure. And at the moment, the two levels are 14,485 and 14,400. 14,200 and 1,400 itself also potentially need to be tested. But yeah, this is the way the markets move. A lot of times it just accelerates past. There's no structure, and then you start listening to people that talk about buying on the pullback, and you start ignoring them because you often see price do this, and you say, well, I'm going to just jump in on this. And then it eventually does come back. It doesn't always come back at the same time, but it eventually does come back and get back up to those measured moves. And there's a big measured move here, which I think is more than likely done. There's this consolidation area here. Okay, head and shoulders, cup and handle, doesn't matter what you want to call it, range. It's a consolidation area, and we're still on track to get that. So I think that's kind of your target to the upside, 14,739. Okay, let's just delete that, and let's get down to the 1 hour. So at the moment, a couple of things to point out in the 1 hour. Look at your oscillators. They are all grouped to the upside. We are in overbought territory. We are quite seriously in overbought territory. So you need to be careful. The last couple of hours with a range bar, pin bar, pin bar, pin bar, and then a bit of a green bar. Not an area I want to be buying. As I've been saying, I want to buy off the pullbacks. I suppose the open was a fairly decent area to buy in, but I don't typically buy the open. I wait for, well, I don't buy the pre-market. I buy when the market opens, and that didn't offer me any opportunity at all. So right now I am waiting for that pullback, and it looks like it's pretty elusive right now, but the market doesn't go up forever. So and you look at that kind of price action during the US session, that scares me. And if you look at this session here, I suppose we could have jumped in on this area here. It was a 1 bar pullback, and basically at the open. Anyway, we missed it. I was looking for a deeper pullback than that. So I think today, same rules apply. Probably 15 minutes, wait for pullbacks, get your channels drawn in, because if you break this channel and retest the channel, you're going to get the deeper pullback, and then I'd be waiting lower down to buy. Not interested in shorting this, not even interested in taking a scalp, really just waiting for some structure where I can also buy into it. And patience is key. Patience is really key at the moment. But when you're sideways like this, it doesn't bode confidence, and especially when you break down below this point here. If you look at that gap down below it, then up, always gives you a bit of a sort of a stressful feeling, and you want to you're not gonna, well, I don't jump in on that anyway, because I'm not sure it's broken below level. gap below level, often when it gaps below level, it does turn around. And then I am also waiting for retests lower down. And there are quite a few little gaps down the bottom here as well. So that's kind of my view at the moment. It's not quite sit on hands, but be patient and wait for structure. I haven't really seen a pullback on any of the indexes yesterday, all the day before. Anything that basically excites me. So yeah, we're still sitting quietly waiting for the structure to form, and then we can get in on the trade. So that's kind of my view at the moment. This area of 14,485 is going to be bottom of channel and also some structure here. You can see there's a few other little tails here, so you could actually adjust that to this kind of area if you really wanted to. 14,500, nice round number as well. So that's a level, probably a better level to watch. If you do get a spike down there, that's also possible, but that does break the channel, and that would be 14,471. And at the moment we are sitting, DAX futures is flat, 14,579. So yeah, I think this sideways motion here is probably going to I don't think it's going to continue during the Europe Open, because Europe is on a different path at the moment and a lot more stronger than what the US markets are. So that trend is up, should be looking for longs, and I still believe we should be waiting for this 14,740 areas, 14,738. In actual fact, for me, the target would be something like 14,735 or 14,730, just below the measured move. Rather take my profit a little bit short. Okay, that's me for today. Starting to ramble now. Don't want to be rambling. We're looking for opportunities to buy and wait for the pullbacks, and let's see what happens. If we open flat, which is right here, if we open flat, then pay attention to what's transpiring here, because there is a little bit of a trend line here. You can see there, which we may hold, and if you look at that, what I've just drawn in there, it's a flat top triangle. So move up, come back, test 14,555, and then start bouncing up. Nice opportunity for long. Look how close your stop is. That's a decent 20-30 point stop loss. So that's definitely one way to look at it. The other way to look at it, and I'm going to make this really messy now. What we should actually do is just draw a block for you. That makes it a bit clearer. Okay, there we go. So we have a range. So the other thing is to come off the bottom and then start bouncing off the bottom. Get this kind of price action inside bars like this, or a pin bar or something off the bottom of the range. Buy into that, and then your stop is immediately below that bar as soon as it breaks up. So in other words, if you get this kind of structure here, you put your limit entry just above, like 2 points above the tail here. Basically a little bit more than what your spread is. So if your spread is 3 or 4 points in, or pips, then move your entry just above your spread, and then your stop just below the bottom here. Okay, so I would buy off the bottom of the range. It's a very tight range, but move up range, most logical choice is a move to the upper side of this channel, somewhere in the 14,600, 14,630 area. Okay, anyway, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.